Hello YouTube, I'm back again. I just want to talk about moving people. Now I see down in North Carolina that the governor declared a state of emergency for all the coastal regions, and he wants to move 1 million people off the coast in the coastal cities. He wants to move them all on the freeway. He wants them all to go. So he got all 4 freeways going in one direction. I want to see how that work out for him. I mean, it's going to take more than just 1 day because he's doing it now. But anyway, and I was thinking that if we had to move the population of a major city in America, you know, because America has 328 million people. And if you had to move, let's say, New York City, which has 8.5 million people, and you had to move them quickly, could it be done? No. It's no way. You can't move 8.5 million people out of a city in a short length of time. It had to take weeks to move that many people because you don't have an infrastructure set up for that, to move that many people. Okay, let's say a smaller city. Let's say Los Angeles, California. That's 4 million people. Could you move them? Nope. You cannot move them in that short of time. If you ever traveled on the freeways, I hear they bad. My daughter used to live out in California. She was in San Diego, and she used to travel all over the place. And she told me stories about the freeways out there, and I'm going to just say no. If you had to move out fast, you get gridlock. You're not going anywhere. And that's just 2 of the major cities. Let's say something smaller. Let's say San Diego, which is 1.4 million people. Could you move them? Nah, that's in California. Let's try someplace else. Let's say Chicago. They got 2.8 million people. Could you move the people out of Chicago? No, you couldn't. You can't move that many people in a short length of time. You need at least I would say, to move that number of people, you need at least a month to move 2.8 million people out of a city, and you need to have places for them to go. And that's another thing. Where are you going to put them? See, you're going to have problems if people think you're going to take them to FEMA camps. I'm just going to tell you ahead of time, it's going to be problems because people are already leery and scared of FEMA camps. And so if you go ahead to a city, especially like Chicago, and you tell these people, look, I want to move this whole city, y'all 2.8 million of you, and I want to take all of you guys to, let's say Wyoming, because Wyoming has like 580,000 people in the whole state. We want to take you out to Wyoming and relocate you guys out there, and we're going to put you in FEMA camps. I'd like to see how that's going to work out, because it's not going to work out, because you're going to have issues and problems, and a lot of people ain't going to move. You'd be lucky to move at least a third of that city, or maybe not even a third. Well, okay, but look here. I don't want to get caught up too much on the numbers and moving of the people, because people, you won't be able to. So people going to have to move on their own. And that's when you're going to find you're going to have trouble. I mean, you're going to have trouble moving people. And you're going to have trouble people moving on their own, because everybody's not going to follow the rules. You're going to have people bugging out. And they're ready for this to bug out. They got their bags. They're ready. They got the location. That's fine and dandy. Because what if you get to your location and somebody's already at your location out of these, let's say if you're in the New York area, out of them 8.5 million people that's done moved out, let's say maybe 3 million decided to bug out on their own. And not wait for the government to set up systems for them, and they done bugged out to the Catskills or whatever, and they at your location that you had for yourself, and all of a sudden you find out that there's another group there. Now you have an issue, or they have an issue. They done took your supplies, took your bug out location, and now you like a refugee. Unless you can fight to get it back. I mean, it's just going to be a mess out there. It's going to be like that. Because a lot of people that got bug out locations and stuff like that, they're not counting on the movement of that many people. See, I know it's going to be a lot of people. I mean, I live in I say, my city is the 48th largest city in the country. And we only have 389,000 people. And I have seen these people, a lot of these people, not all 389,000 people move, but I have seen when we had over 150,000 people, 200,000 people moving at the same time for parades and celebrations and football games and basketball games and all that other stuff. And I have seen that kind of movement of people in the city of Cleveland. And I know how hard it is for people to just move in and to get out of the city, because we don't have a lot of freeways like that. And I can just imagine how it's going to be if shit hit the fan. And I just want to tell people, like, I seen this one guy's video, and he said that what he's going to do, and it scared me, is that he's going to go to his buggy-in location, and he's going to stay in there. And if people come to this place, he's going to shoot them, kill them, put their heads on pikes, on sticks, and place them out in front to let everybody know that this man is crazy and that nobody needs to come to his place. But I'm thinking, what if you got a family of 4? You got a husband and wife and 2 preteens, like maybe somebody 11 and somebody else is 8. And they come to your place, and they had to move, and they ran out of bug out supplies because they had a 72-hour supply, and they come knocking on your door, and are you gonna kill them and then put their heads on pikes because they come to ask for help, or are you gonna talk to them and tell them, wait? You need to put out, if you don't want people to come to your place at all, not even near you, put out warning signs. Don't just kill people indiscriminately. You can't just go ahead and lose your humanity altogether. And this guy, he was so excited about killing and putting people's heads on pikes. It got me scared. Literally. I mean, because you never know what might happen. My bug out location might get overrun, or it might burn down, and then I'm on the road. Me and my 15 people, when we on the road, and we got little bug out things that we can pack real quick. But I mean, it still wouldn't be enough because it wasn't planned that way. I mean, and I'm not on somebody to say, look, can we get a handout? We could trade a barter or something. But before I even could say we could trade a barter, they just cut my head off and put it on a pike. I'm just kind of thinking that it's going to be a shit hit the fan and the world going wild, but are we just going to have no morals and lose our total humanity? A lot of people say, yes, that's the way it's going to be. But no, that ain't the way it has to be. You got 328 million people in this country, and you got most of the people living in major cities. I mean, we the 3rd largest population in the world. Are we just going to start killing off most of our population? I mean, I see some of these movies. I watch a lot of movies where, it's like nobody's around. All these people gone. Where are those people? Where are the bodies? Because it's gonna be diseases out there. Because once people start dying, there's not gonna be any services to pick these bodies up. There's not gonna be people out there burying these bodies. There's not gonna be people out there burning these bodies because people ain't thinking about these bodies. We talk about the average person that's not a prepper, that's just out there, just gonna go crazy, just gonna go wild, just gonna think they're gonna just do whatever they want to do, take whatever they gonna want to take, and just be just wild animals. Now, are we as preppers, are we gonna be like that? Or are we gonna be more sensible? No, if we don't want to help you, we're not gonna help you because we trying to survive too. 2, are we just gonna indiscriminately kill you and put your head on a pike? I hope not. I mean, but I mean, it's just gonna be crazy out there, and it's gonna be a lot of choices that we as preppers will have to make. I'm getting kind of long-winded on this video, and I really didn't want to talk this long, but I just want to say, I mean, me, as one of the 75 million people that's 65 and older, I know I'm going to probably be targeted because they always targeted the weak and the elderly, the very young and the very old. That's how people do it. It's always been like that through history. So I know I'm going to be targeted. And then you got the other 43 million that's disabled. They're going to be targeted. All I'm saying is, look, it'd be all right if you can get out of the city, if they got something that's really going to help you, if the government is. But I'm not, like I say, I'm going to need the government. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to need them. I mean, because see, if I was like in my 20s or 30s or something like that, hell, I wouldn't need nobody. I'd be a lone wolf. I'd be out there like some of these guys saying that's what we're gonna do. But I'm not like that, and I know I'm gonna need them to get things stable, or whoever's in charge to get things stable. Because see, as far as 5-6 years of world without rule of law, it's gonna be bad out there. I mean, it's gonna be bad, and I hope it never happens in my lifetime, and I hope that things will settle down. But I'm prepared either way. And I just wanted to let people know, I mean, I hope this is a wake-up call for some people, because the environment out there is going to be bad, okay? And I want everybody to be able to adapt to whatever situation is going to happen, because I know it's going to be difficult, but we're going to have to. And I just want people to realize something, that when you watch these movies and this and that and the other, there's no people around, and you watching places like The Road, movies like The Road, and there's nobody around, and everybody's gone. It's like you may run into 2 or 3 people here and there. It's not going to be like that. You're going to run into people at every turn, because you're going to have over 320 million displaced people everywhere. That's it. Everybody had to move. I mean, hopefully it won't happen. I mean, like I said, you got places like New York City, San Antonio. These places have populations larger than the total population of Alaska, which is only 730,000 people. I mean, you're just going to be out there. I mean, I just want everybody to know that I guess I'm griping. But everybody be safe, and thank you, YouTube.